Hey, what's up everyone? So been doing some cleaning around the rescue, getting tanks ready, Joey's stopping by soon, so we want everything looking spick and span. I've been cleaning filters left and right, and our water is finally back to sparkling clear. As you guys can see, it just looks like fish are floating through the water. That's how you always want it. We always pride ourselves on having clean, clear water. There's that barramundi up there, always looking great. But I just wanted to dive in and hit on a few comments that I've seen in previous videos. All right, first things first is the comments about the armadas being in with the tigerfish. As you guys can see, there is not a single nip, scuff, nothing on the tigerfish. This is a Vittatus tigerfish in with an armadas in an 8x4 tank. I've gotten flack. Oh, you shouldn't have it in there with the armadas. Armadas kick and bite. And then some guys talked about, how my other tigerfish got his stomach gutted out and blamed it on the armadas. Well, it wasn't my armadas at all, if you guys remember. It was actually my Goliath tigerfish went after the other Goliath tigerfish, and I went ahead and pulled them out, and that was that situation. Because, tell me who you guys know online that have tried two tigerfish in the same tank, let alone Goliaths trying to grow them out. It's hard enough to keep one alive, let alone two. And so I went ahead and tried it. Obviously, I failed. You can't have two Goliath tigerfish in the same tank. But this doesn't change the fact of armadas. I've had 3 armadas in the same tank together, and they were absolutely fine. They don't really mess with anyone, but however, they can bully each other. That's why I don't have my 2 armadas together right now. They got into a scuffle, so I went ahead and I separated them. But now I have this Vittatus tigerfish. Now I would normally be more worried about the tigerfish going after the armadas. These are both 2 fish that, stress out very, very easily. As you can see, there's no marks on him, no marks on him. They're all breathing calm as can be. There's really no stress. I put the tigerfish in here so he could, get adjusted. Oh, look at them teeth. You can see he just yawned. I put him in here to get adjusted to having friends in the tank. So you can have stingrays at the bottom, and it leaves the whole mid-dwelling of the tank pretty much open. Now the tigerfish is eating good. Now after a couple days, I may even move them into this 1,000 gallon here. It's possible, but I thought this was way too active and stressful of an environment for us to throw the tigerfish straight in here. But I've also had a third idea that I'm actually kind of liking. This 2200 over here, it's got a 6-foot wide footprint, and it is a long tank. So if I went ahead, it's time to get some of these albino fish out of here. These iridescent sharks, at least the bigger one, is starting to get way too big. And this one here is catching up relatively quick. So these guys are probably going to get bumped out to the monster pond soon. Then there's going to be less and less fish in this 2200. I was thinking, what if I went ahead and turned this into a ray tank with the armadas and or tigerfish? That would be cool. They would be able to pretty much live out their lives in this tank, would never have to move them, and that they can get upwards of 3 foot in there, and I wouldn't have no worries whatsoever. So I'm thinking that might be one of the better ideas I've had with them so far. Because if you guys remember, I've got the tigerfish there, the armadas there. I've also got, where we get it? Let's go out here. We've got the other armadas out here in this 580. He's also getting pretty big. I won't be able to keep the armadas together, so I need 2 separate tanks for them. But I also have the baby Goliath that is also growing out. So I definitely have my work cut out for me. I'm going to have to figure out the best option for each individual fish. But you guys should have, you know, a little bit of faith and, you know, but believe that if the fish were picking on each other, I will 100% pull them. They're one of my favorite fish, so I really don't want to lose them. So I will do my best to put them where I want, and make sure that they live a happy, peaceful life. But for now, everyone is doing great. As you guys can see, I am filming the monster pond, and there is no arapaima to be seen. You know, sometimes it's just the play of the camera. Sometimes it is, you know, they are hiding. But it doesn't mean that they're not in here, because they 100% are. Now I'm just going to keep on going around just a little bit, because I can put this camera all over this pond and you won't see the arapaima. Keep on going. Here's round 2. But where is he? You know, the side that I normally film on, and I'm filming that direction on the pond here, but bam, you look down, there goes Brutus. But where's Bruiser? Everyone's asking, where is Bruiser? I mean, if I film it long enough and I look for him, we'll 100% find him somewhere in this pond. There we go. As you guys can see, we dropped the water level back down, so all that scum is starting to clear off the top of the tank. So it is looking good. You know, you'd think it'd be pretty much impossible to lose a fish of that size in a big indoor pond like this, but it does happen. And a little Bruiser actually just came up with Brutus right here. And he's doing good right there. But you guys can see the disco ball is reflecting light all over the room right now. We've got sunlight shining in through the skylight. It was just in the pond a bit ago, but that's, you know, something cool you guys can see throughout the day. All right, so now that the filters are clean and I got that little rant off my chest, there's still a bunch of work that needs to be done in the next upcoming couple of weeks, and that is cleaning all the acrylic tanks with you know, acrylic polish, and, you know, cleaning the fronts, because for now we just wipe them down with a squeegee and basically just squeegee them clean. That's enough for us right now. But if we ever have tours and whatnot, we like to clean the front with acrylic polish. And some of you might be asking what I use. Well, this is what I use. It's just Novice. It's plastic cleaner and polisher. Basically just spray it on. You use a very soft towel. You basically scrub it in, get all your gunk off of it, and you fold to a clean spot and come back and you kind of rub in circles and buff it. Then your tank will come sparkling clear. So I kind of did the 4400 halfway because I ran out of Novice, so I have to buy some more. But you guys should be able to see a magnificent difference on how clear that all these tanks are. So I'm going to get inside, clean the inside, then come back with plastic polish and clean the outside. Same thing with this 1000 over here. I've got these plates of algae. They don't really come off with the magnet, so I have to get in there with the plastic razor blade and basically just scrape it all off. It's a pain, but while I'm in there, I want to go ahead and get this piece of driftwood out. We'll go ahead and call it quits on that one. And I want to rescape this 1,000 gallon to get it back looking great again. Because in the past it's looked great, and now it's just, you know, so-so. We've got a lot of awesome fish in here. Like this Planiceps, he's probably 27 inches now. He's just growing and growing and growing. Same thing with this Tigrinus. I'd say he's probably about the 20-inch mark. But there's a lot of cool fish in here. But it's just not a very great looking tank if you ask me. I thought that this piece of driftwood would be sinking by now. If I flipped it over, there's a nice cave going through it. I thought it would be cool for the fish to hide under, because you can still see kind of through it, but the fish will hide there and you'll be able to hide right in plain sight. But it's been months and this thing is still not sunk. So I'm just going to toss it in the monster pond and call it quits on that idea and do something else with this tank. Alright, so you guys know in the past I used to do a monthly update, and I think I'm going to bring that back to, you know, hit upon the stuff that we've worked on and all the upcoming projects that we have. But, you know, on top of getting the tanks we're ready for Joey to come and whatnot, and all the fish that we're picking up too, there are a few things that I would like to get done, and that involves the monster room. We did just recently get rid of this tank up here. This is a 330-gallon frag tank. I went ahead and posted that and got rid of it. We're going to do something up here that is going to be really, really cool. So you guys know for the winter time, we need a tortoise enclosure for the winter time. In the summertime, they will be outside. But for the winter time, we're thinking we want to go ahead and build a small, you know, enclosure on top of here that the sulcata tortoises can go ahead and run in above this tank. We want to scratch the idea of putting a tank up here because we just don't trust it above the supports of this tank. We had a way of doing it with metal, but we just decided not to go through with it. So now we're just going to put the tortoises up there. It should work great. I can still reach in and feed them and whatnot. For a water trough, I can feed water up from the tank, or have this siphon flow into their water dish and then into the fish tank or something like that, so they can always have a fresh supply of water if they so do want to take a bath. But that is in the works soon here. And out here in the monster room, you guys know that we have that 1,000-gallon tank that's sitting empty back there. Well, the time has come. And I've got an idea in my head of what I want to do with that. So I'm going to start working on getting that plumbed in and ready to go. But one of the big projects that are coming up in the next few months, it is in the designing stage. And I have to plan it all to a T. But, you know, we always talked about upgrading our filtration. So this whole area back here probably end up losing this tank. I have to map it all out so nothing's set in concrete, but pretty much all of this is going to go, and I'm going to build a new filtration feature back here. And what that's going to allow us to do is take that big gaudy filtration box out of the fish room and be able to put a tank there and gain some tank space while we are, you know, upsizing our filtration. So with the new filter, we should be able to run more volume through it. The tanks will be that much cleaner and clearer. So, you know, onwards and upwards. So hope you guys enjoyed the little update video. I will be doing these as the monthly update, starting again with this one. So this was your February update. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. As always, stay fishing, my friends.